Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kohol Alimla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the head apostles of GMS and a salute to you Hawkins that are tuning in. I'm the servant of the GMS boss coming back. And pretty much there's an article here that I have. This is by the Reuters.com. But anybody can type in Nancy Pelosi arriving on Taiwan, and they'll get many articles on this latest news. So if you didn't know, China issued a warning that if Nancy Pelosi was to step foot on Taiwan, they would take military action. Okay? So if they do happen to take military action, that is, of course, a declaration of war. All right? It will force America to go to war, which is all in biblical prophecy. Okay? Now, the article says Pelosi expected to arrive in Taiwan on Tuesday, sources say. It says Taipei, August 2nd. U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi was expected to arrive in Taipei later on Tuesday. People briefed on the matter said, as the United States said, it will not be intimidated by Chinese sabre rattling over the visit. One person familiar with Pelosi's itinerary said that most of her planned meetings, including with President Tsai Ing-wen, were scheduled for Wednesday, and that it was possible that her delegation would arrive in Taiwan early on Wednesday. Now, this goes to show you the pride of Esau Edom. Okay, the pride of the so-called white man who believes that he's untouchable, man. Like we read this quote here, right? It said that the United States says that it won't be intimidated by Chinese sabre rattling. And they believe that the kings of the earth are playing around, man. All right? When the Lord has put the spirit on these kings, which is the modern day president or the modern day dictator, as you want to call it, all right? The Lord has put the spirit on them to make war, to prepare war, okay? Which is a fulfillment of Joel, the 2nd chapter. I'm sorry, Joel 3 is it Joel 3 and 9? My brain is smush. 2 and 9. Let me grab that real quick. Joel chapter 2 and 9. No, it's 3 and 9. Joel chapter 3. Salakia. My brain is having farts. It says, proclaim, this is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Be your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spear. Let the weak say I'm strong. All right. America is no longer the strongest nation on the planet, man. All right. And though it has the baddest, biggest military, but it's no longer able to have complete reign over the rest of these kings, because everybody has nuclear missiles now. When I mean everybody, I mean the world potency, world powers, such as China and Russia. All right, India. All right, they have a big, vast nuclear arsenal that can wipe America out 20 times over. All right, though they have the biggest military, but when it comes with nuclear war, it's a totally different ballgame. Okay? So the Lord is putting the spirit on these kings to rise up to war, and this is their spirit. And this is why China said that they were going to declare no-fly zone over Taiwan, which if they do, then that means that any plane that goes over Taiwan, it doesn't matter who the hell's on that plane, is getting shut down, man. And if that happens, that right there is a declaration of war. That right there could be World War III right? We're in the precipice of World War III, man. You see this thing with Ukraine, then in the other side of the world with China, then you got this thing with Iran and the Israelis. Then you got you got all these proxy wars happening. This is on the verge of a third world war, as the scriptures say. The first war was past, and behold, the second war cometh quickly, which means what? War, destruction, death, mayhem. All right. Obadiah 1:3 says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And isn't that what this sounds like? Okay. This statement here, as the United States said, I'm going to read it again. As the United States said, it will not be intimidated by Chinese sabre rattling over the visit. So they're not even taking China seriously, man. They're not taking China serious. They don't look at China as a competitive power, man. Why? Because the so-called white man Esau Edom is proud, man. He believes that this place known as America can never be destroyed, and it will be destroyed, according to the Bible. All right. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All these nations are mad, man. These nations are pissed off at America. Okay, because America breaks pacts. Nobody takes this place seriously no more. Okay, and then it goes around spreading forth its democracy, spreading forth his that wine, that juice, and not everybody wants that, man. All right, so these nations are itching to pretty much send nukes over to America, including China, man, North Korea, all right, Russia, Iran, definitely Iran. I bet those Persians, right? They wake up every day, with a death to America chant, man, because you seen it on the news. They're itching, man. All these nations are itching. But the Lord's holding back those winds because there's still prophecies that need to come. Okay? So these nations are mad, man. Ain't nobody taking America seriously no more, man. All right? These nations, they ain't playing. Bottom line is they not playing. And it's going to be an interesting thing come tomorrow. And if that devil Nancy Pelosi really set foot on Taiwan, what these Chinese is going to do. This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the child of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And America is called tender and delicate because there's been no foreign entity or foreign power that have touched America, militarily wise. Okay, you had the Civil War, which is a war amongst the people here, but you never had no foreign nation set foot over here, like the Japanese or World War II didn't set foot here. The Nazis didn't set foot here. There hasn't really been much skirmishes, and pretty much America has, in most conflicts, come out on top. So that gives these Babylonians a false sense of security. That they believe they can never be taken over. This is why this is called the virgin daughter of Babylon. And quite frankly, a virgin is something that is reserved for a man, right? For that when that day comes. Same thing with America, man. America is being reserved as this big, mighty empire, right? So when the Lord comes back, he'll smash this place, man, via the nukes, via the fire of the chariots. Okay, America is being preserved as a virgin, right? So that the Lord can pretty much break that virginity, take that virginity, man. Okay, and it's gonna sit in the dust because all these nations, including China, are going to launch nuclear missiles. Now this is Jeremiah 51:2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And this is not talking about ancient Babylon, man. This is talking about America. America is known as also Babylon the Great in the scriptures because you could go to Revelations, it'll tell you that. All right? Because this is the land of confusion. All right? This is the land of great confusion. So this is Babylon the Great. All right? And it's going to get destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man. So another precept I had that escapes my mind. I had another precept here. But I think that gets right to the point, man. The pride of thy heart has deceived thee, right? Talking about the so-called white man and his false idea that he can never be taken down, man. And this is why this devil, Nancy Pelosi, can go over to Taiwan, like nothing can happen, man. And that's gonna be Esau's downfall, man. Part of his downfall is because he believes that he can get away with everything, that these nations ain't gonna come up against him. That pretty much that the Lord is gonna let him ride, man. And at the end of the day, the scriptures prophesy destruction for this place. Revelations the 18th chapter. All right, which I don't have to get, but Revelations the 18th chapter talks about Babylon falling, becoming the habitations of devils. So there you have it, man. There you have it. The path is set, man. The path is set, all right, for these nations to destroy this place. So